Hello and welcome to the CFS IO 2022. This time around, it's me, Valdez, with G-Clef. Once again, we are back, and this is going to be great. We got, again, the EUMENA Division, which will be starting today. We will have 3 days of that, and it's just really awesome to be back here, G-Clef.
Yep, very awesome, of course. Excited and thrilled to see the best teams from the CFEL. So that's only the best from the CFEL can come up to the Invitational, only the best few. And starting from the EUMENA this weekend and next weekend, we do have Americas. It's very exciting to see because the other regions like Vietnam, China, there are lots of strong regions to come together towards the end of the year. But right now, it's in the middle of the year, so we get to see who's slightly stronger, who's slightly weaker, and where we are at in the meta and all the maps and everything.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see, how it always develops from year to year, as it always is. We're back here in 2022. Obviously, we had a great time last year with the grand finals and all that fun stuff. But looking to see who is the strongest here from EUMENA. And what are your thoughts coming into this one, G-Clef? What are you thinking?
Well, last year, EUMENA compared to the other regions, not as strong. I just have to say that. But this year, they look quite different, especially the two teams from Egypt. They look stronger than ever. So better keep your eyes on those two teams. And they're actually starting the first match today. Look at that. Day 1, 2, 3. But first day, TeamMyth versus Anubis Gaming. That's going to be an exciting match already.
Yes, definitely a strong one to start us off with, and then we do have Pentasports against Lazarus, of course, and then TeamMyth versus Pentasports as well. So that's going to be the matches that we will play today. Tomorrow, of course, we will have Anubis versus Penta, Anubis up against Lazarus, and then TeamMyth versus Lazarus as well. And then, of course, the third and final day, as it always goes, the playoffs. We will go as a gauntlet system up there and see who will win and eventually play in the international tournament later on this year.
Yep, and group stage day 1 and 2, basically all 4 teams gets to play each other. That's why we have the 6 matches. All best of 3s, by the way, and then the team who scores the best goes directly, basically, to the grand finals. Playoff, day number 3, I think that's what we are really looking at. But before that, we get a good hint of what's going to happen in that day 3.
Yeah, as you guys can see, just a better view here of the schedule. Today is Friday the 3rd, and tomorrow will be the 4th and the 5th, which is when we will play the playoffs for EUMENA. Then we have a little break until, of course, next weekend, where we will do the America Invitational and see who will be the best from that region.
Yep. Personally, very excited because not just the EUMENA, but also America. Previously, I would say, to speak frankly, last year and the year before, there were some the top 2 teams did have somewhat of a gap compared to the bottom 2 teams in the Invitational. It is quite a different story this time because it seems like we have top 3, even top 4 in both regions. So talk about, I don't think we're going to be seeing that many 2-0s happening in group stage.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. As you guys can see, here's the overview of the EUMENA Division. Lots of money on the line. Even if you're just trying to do your best here, but you can also pick up a lot of money along the way. And of course, you can see the 4 teams we already mentioned and the 5 maps which we usually do play for this Invitational. All very comfortable. Feels good.
Yeah, that much money in 3 days.
Yeah,
3 days tournament and $30,000 USD. That's a lot of money on the line, especially for the 4 teams. They already have their prize from the CFEL. On top of that, they have the EUMENA Division. That's a big prize for them to actually grab.
Yeah, it's even just the fact that you made it here. Even if you do get 4th place, it's a cool $2,000. You can split that up and use that however you want. Just feels good to be part of this tournament for anyone who has made it here. And just obviously everybody is going to be gunning for that 1st place prize, but there can only be one, G-Clef.
There can only be one, and that 1st place will be grabbing the $15,000. The same maps, of course, as we mentioned. But today's matchup, first match, I'm really looking forward for that first match. It's a big opening match. TeamMyth versus Anubis Gaming. Wow, that's basically repeat of the grand finals of CFEL that just happened not too long ago. Yeah. And the Pentasports versus Lazarus, TeamMyth versus Pentasports. We'll have all the matches coming up later, and also tomorrow's.
Yeah, and so that is the schedule, as we did mention earlier as well. But this is very interesting. Let's take a look at the predictions here.
Is it? Are we supposed to look for the missing signs?
Yes.
Anubis Gaming.
There's only 2 differences here.
I know.
I went for Anubis in the first match. I'm expecting, you know, a little bit of a upset, I suppose, in quotation marks. But really, it just feels pretty close between those two
I was
teams.
about to pick Anubis Gaming too, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're like too far off on that. But I had to pick TeamMyth because they were the winners of the last grand finals from the EL. Basically, that was the reason why.
Yeah.
And yeah, lots of same signs for match 2 and 3. I have a strong opinion about those ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, match 1, I actually think Anubis Gaming has a really good chance to take the first match.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You were talking about 2-0s and stuff like that. This one is where I'm like 100% 2-1. If it's a 2-0 for me, I'm just like, whoa, something's going wrong. Like,
Someone didn't wake up on time.
One team is overperforming or one team is underperforming in a big way, I would say, if that does happen. It was interesting to see as well that Hao Wei from the Chinese broadcast, he did go ahead and vote for Pentasports up against TeamMyth. I'm not sure about that. Maybe he's just claiming to have a potential upset for that final match because...
yeah, finish.
No.
Sorry to cut you off there. Penta does have their ups and downs, but the roller coaster is way too big ups and downs. So it's hard to pick them sometimes. But I think because sometimes the teams, when there are 3 teams, they just counter each other in strategies and just the play style that they actually have in which maps. So I think that might be the reason that he has chose Pentasports there.
Yeah, well, guys, we do have a couple of videos to show off our teams that we do have here at EUMENA. So let's hop into those videos right now.
Trade on long. It's going to be up to JWoww, who gets the first. JWoww gets the second. Wide open for TeamMyth. Bought the cross here. It's not going to matter. Booker finds one. Booker, Horse, he's going to be able to do it. Horse!
So yeah, that is, of course, TeamMyth, who has pulled off some crazy stuff in the past. You'll note that they did get first at the West CFEL 2022 Season 1. And yeah, just a really strong team in general, G-Club.
So this is the thing about TeamMyth. This team stayed together for at least a few years, plus now, with nearly the same roster. So compared to many other teams from EUMENA, which is actually, they're trying to make another superstar team, but that is just not coming into their hands yet. When this team actually, who slowly climbed up, who has been doing really well from CFEL, but in the Invitational, when we came into CFS Invitational, they didn't do as well oftentimes. And I think now they are finally ready to actually go on to that #1 spot. I really feel that's happening soon.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, slow and steady wins the race. And Alucard, this is a guy that we have shouted his name many times on this exact broadcast. It's considered the best sniper in the West region. And he's got some numbers to back that up.
Yep, I know. The highlight diagram that you see, that's compared to the league average, much higher. SR, by the way, that survival rate by the round. Of course, headshot pretty low because he's a sniper. But except for that, you can see the chart and say, okay, this guy is pretty good compared to everyone else.
He puts up the numbers, and he is quite a consistent player at that. I mean, he is one of the linchpins for this team. He is part of the reason why they are so good, of course. But it's not just him, right? He is the key player, but this team as a whole, as 5, really looking forward to what they can pull off this time around.
And Alucard, one of the best things that he can do, actually, he keeps on looking into the middle spot, and while there's backup from the other side, he kills one off easily. That's one of his, I guess, one of the most important plays that he pulls off all the time. Of course, not to mention is a saving plays, like 1v3 with the sniper, just shoots 1, 2, 3 in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen often. Oftentimes, you would miss a shot and die. But Alucard, that's the guy. That's the key player for the team.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem to miss. That is something that we have noticed. And, you know, there's always going to be the... well, guys, I'm going to cut myself off there because we do have the interview ready to go with this team. We're going to do some interviews before the matches do start. So let's hop into that interview right now. Hello, how is it going? Great to see you again,
hello.
Penguin. We have talked a lot in the past. Another invitational tournament that you guys have made it to. So, how are you guys feeling coming into this tournament? You feeling pretty confident?
Yeah, of course, we feel pretty confident because we already won our CF Elite League, and we always CFS Invitational. CFS tournaments is always unique, is always different, so you have to come and prepared more than the Elite League. So I guess we are very confident that we are winning the tournament.
Yes, good to hear that you're very confident. But to go back to the CFEL, during the regular season, you guys had a slightly less wins compared to Lazarus and Anubis Gaming. What do you think were some of the problems during the regular season?
Yeah, I guess the regular season was really hard for us, especially the best of ones. You know, it's win it or lose it. And I guess we were just coming back after a long break, so we weren't like synchronized together. So I guess we struggled a lot in the group stage. But yeah, we made it to the top 4, and we know when we come to the playoffs, we are popping off, and we won it as usual.
Yeah, so popping off once again here. What do you guys feel like is your biggest rival in this tournament after doing, of course, the league prior to this invitational?
I guess every team here is our rival because they are the top 4 teams in EUMENA. But if you're talking about the rival team, I guess it's gonna be Anubis because you know 2 Egyptian teams, the top Egyptian teams are always when they are facing. You just have to see a unique games against each other because we play against each other a long time ago, so we know everything about each other. So I guess every game needs to be unique than the other. So I guess I will call Anubis as our rival, the first game.
Yeah, one more question for that. As it's very neat. I'm pretty sure it's good times for, of course, EUMENA. Just like America is how Brazil is very strong. EUMENA, it's beginning to be Egypt. I mean, you guys are really powerful. Like, how confident are you guys to maybe even, like, I'm pretty sure you guys as Egyptian teams to get top 2 finishes. Do you think that's possible this time?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be possible, and I'm not going to be sad if Anubis claims the invitational tournament. Of course, I'm going to be sad because of my team, but the Egyptian scene is really, really bigger now. And every Elite League, I would like to see the top teams is Egyptian teams. Me and Anubis is just for the Egyptian scene. I guess it's our time now for the EUMENA. Germany was the best for a long years ago. Now, I guess Egypt is claiming the scene. Egypt is the top at this scene right now.
Yeah, it's just really cool to see that you guys are making that a thing. So, yeah, thank you so much, Penguin, and good luck in your games today.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Always great to hear from Penguin. We have had him many times on the broadcast to ask him so many different questions, and I don't doubt that's going to be changing too much in the future.
Yep, and I believe we are ready with the second team now.
Yeah, okay, well, let's go ahead and introduce our second team that will be playing in this first match.
It's going to be Beva a little bit late to the party. Doesn't matter. Still gets one. Make it a double kill for Beva. And look at that snare. Tot, who finds the first. Tot still.
And there you have it. This is Anubis Gaming, another one of the Egyptian teams here that has shown they are also incredibly strong.
Yes, and during the regular season, #1, actually. Not many thought that they would be #1, of course, but during the season, as Penguin did mention, best of 1, so there can be lots of upsets, but still, Anubis Gaming, because they have been making into the international, sometimes yes, sometimes not. So this team could be on and off, but this year, they do feel with the big roster change especially, they feel very different. It feels like a fresh new young blood pumping in right now. And this could be the chance for them to actually just go on to the top. That's what I feel like. It's Anubis Gaming in 2022.
Could definitely happen. You'll note that some of their stats are a little bit more consistent across the board. You'll see that Bevo has the highest KD, but definitely any one of these players can hold their own at any given time, rather. And you know they got first in the group stage, but they did get second in the playoffs. So curious to see if maybe that new team feel maybe can give them some issues in terms of the the very high pressure matches. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think that tells a lot about this, not just this player, the entire team. Can they really handle the big game, the playoff, the grand finals? I think they will need maybe some more experience, but this could be a boost for them to actually grab that first place by day number 3 when they actually go here. We do have the key player as a Snare, of course, another great sniper. I think we have a lot of snipers looking for that action.
It's considered one of the best playmakers. You know, maybe the numbers there were not super impressive, but the guy does so much for his team that it does not matter, of course. Stats are just one thing. So really cool to see him as the playmaker. And of course, we will get an interview here in just a moment with one of these guys and see what they do have to say. They all look pretty happy and ready to go.
Yeah, there has been a big roster change here on this team, but the new guys, seeing the matches, they have been performing really well. It seems like this tournament, if they had just enough time to get all the teamwork done, I think this might just be it. I think that's like the last sauce that they need to complete the meal.
You always got to get the right flavoring, right? And maybe that is what they have achieved this time around. We are preparing the interview where we will get to ask them some questions as well. And I also am curious about, you know, what they feel about the rise of the Egyptian scene.
I know.
Yep, it's a great time for the Egyptian teams right now because not too long ago, just a few years ago, they were having only one team, sometimes two, but oftentimes just one out of the two. So I think this tells a lot already by having 2 teams in the top 4. That's big, but if they can actually grab the entire thing and win with the grand finals, that's another one.
All right, well, we do have Snake here. How are you feeling coming into this tournament, my good sir?
Feeling good, man. We have no pressure this time. We are feeling good this day. We are ready.
Awesome.
Yeah, no pressure and ready. And your first opponent is TeamMyth, who you just fought in the grand finals in CFEL. How do you feel about your opponent? It's a big match.
Yeah, we are ready for TeamMyth this time. We learned a lot from the last time we played against them in CFEL and Super Cup. And as a IGL, I will try to give my teammates the best call to win this match.
Awesome. I'm curious, you know, a team Anubis making some roster changes. How are you guys feeling with the new team? Is everything kind of meshing well? Is the team chemistry good?
Yeah. We have a good new mentality. We're in a good shape, you know.
Great to hear. Great to hear.
Always great to hear. A final question, how you feel going into the tournament? And not just from TeamMyth, who do you think will be the biggest opponent out of the other 3 teams?
I think it's only TeamMyth because we lost against them in Elite League. We are preparing for this, so to win against them this tournament.
Hey, what about Lazarus and Penta?
Yeah, we know how they are playing. We know their play styles, and we are ready. We are ready for Lazarus and of course for Penta.
All right. Well, that is awesome to hear. Sounds like you guys are very ready to go. So thank you, Snake, for the interview and good luck.
Thank you.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Very confident.
Really confident. That's what you like to see, right? Before a huge match like this. And everybody wants to get that first seed, you know, so you can watch in the playoffs, you can relax, you can wait, you can see their strategies. So every single one of these matches is going to be very important.
And that's also sort of what I wanted by asking. Because before the interview, I think this is our first time having an interview before the actual match. And a slight bit of trash talk is always fun before the actual match. Let's see if that actually happens during the tournament or not.
Well, you guys can see their head-to-head set records here. Of course, this is based on the maps that they have played. TeamMyth has the very slight edge over them over at, of course, CFEL 2022 Season 1. So, you know, looking to turn the tables here is Anubis potentially.
I mean, Anubis better regular season. TeamMyth, they just pumped through the playoff. It's got to be neck and neck by the set score. You can't really have a big difference in that.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to get into our ban pick here of the maps. Of course, same 5 maps you guys are used to. We did have Black Widow banned here by TeamMyth. And then what was the ban for Anubis Gaming is the question.
And, ooh, sub-base. Ooh, that's a little surprising. Okay, they do ban sub-base often. It's not crazy, but I've seen a lot of matches where they do excel, especially in their attack from the blacklist. So that's slightly surprising, but we do have now with that compound, Ankara and Port for set number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, pretty cool to see. I'm always a fan of compounds personally, so I'm glad that we're going to start off the entire tournament with a compound game here. And it's a very wonky map. You know, it can definitely kind of throw. You can prepare some sneaky strategies against, you know, to take your opponents by surprise.
Yeah, and to talk about compound, especially these two teams where they rely a lot on their sniper action. Oftentimes, there are teams that actually use 5 rifles instead, because this is a map where you can't really get too much from the central line with the sniper only. So I think this will be very interesting, especially that we have the 2 Egyptian teams on the line here.
Yeah, it's the marquee matchup for today, for sure. The 2 Egyptian teams that just fought off in the finals in their own region. Now they get to go head-to-head once again here in another best-of-3. So very curious to see who's going to come out ahead. I think it's really going to set the tone for the entire tournament.
Oh, yes, because you only get to fight, have 3 matches within the first 2 days. 1 match win is going to be crucial and where you start from the playoffs. So I think that will give a lot. And to begin with, this first round, first map will tell a lot about what they're feeling right now.
Okay, well, guys, it looks like we are jumping into the first map right away here. It looks like Anubis is on the blacklist side. We do have TeamMyth on Global Risk. And let's see what strategies they have brought in to this first map to set the tone of this match.
Of course, Snare with that AWM can always go right in, but we'll look to bring someone down from the nest. But of course, TeamMyth, they have no aggression coming out from the base. Yeah, somewhat surprising because TeamMyth, they do love to run towards the central plaza to begin, but I think it's because both teams understand so much about each other that can always be a trap from the Global Risk side.
Yeah, I mean, you heard Snake saying like, oh yeah, we know all their strategies, we know their play style of all the teams, because of course they have a lot of experience playing against all these different teams. Horus is going to take a little bit of a chunk here. He's looking to stop the push through the pillars, but here comes Snake, kind of leading the charge, spots Horus, and they will get that spray down onto him for the entry frag.
Yeah, that's a big entrance, but slightly stopped by Penguin, who's snaking down here. Got 3 shots in a row.
Okay, pretty insane.
Keeping the B side to himself. He was in a baiting spot, but that's insane.
And this is going to make the retake of the bottom much easier, but Snare, he gets the flick here. He misses the second one.
Penguin. Get the half shot.
Yeah,
one pistol shot. Misses. Has to reload. Penguin goes to the side, and who's gonna... Oh, he did not spot him at the end. Wow, what a first round.
Penguin with a huge star performance to start us off. 4 kills already, and he survives till the end to clutch it too.
Oh, and Snare almost pulled it. And a 4th bullet just landing on half shot because Penguin was jumping. I think it hit his... shot his leg instead, and almost caught him with the pistol too, but just ran out of bullet. So what a first round. We usually don't really have those kind of first rounds, especially in compound. But you always, especially from, hold on to that thought as we do have some action from the central plaza. This time TeamMyth slowly pushed out.
Yeah, actually pushing through the central plaza and through the pillars. So kind of a 2-pronged attack that did catch Anubis off guard here. Nice little shot from Beva, though. He finds a really thin angle here, trying to get the flank on them.
Beva trying to go out and gets another headshot, making it down to 2-2 now. Penguin with 6-0, though. They're all the way out. Gets caught in the middle.
You can see the C4 is down here, but JWoww is going to be able to clean it up as Penguin now 7 kills in the first 2 rounds of this map.
A smart play there, having 2-1. You line yourself up with your teammate and make sure you duck so you don't get headshotted with just a single bullet or 2. Was the way to win for TeamMyth. I mean, it was quite dangerous, both first and second round. But if I'm Anubis, I would say we almost made it, guys. Let's just keep on pushing.
Yeah, of course, in this kind of situation in the invitational tournaments, we do have best of threes all the way through until the best of 5 in the finals. So, you know, a couple rounds here and there. Not the biggest deal. You still have more maps. You still have more rounds. And Anubis here trying to get something going. They got close in the first round.
But that's the thing about FPS. If you get close, but never win, that brings your team down so much. So I think it's about time where you try some different strategy. That's why they're smoking up towards the central plaza near the entrance, then near the blue entrance. And then which side? Going towards A.
Now, this is something you can abuse on this map, just this middle area. But JWoww, fantastic bait spot. They are going to secure the site. So we'll have to be a little bit of a retake from TeamMyth, but traded kills on the side here on long.
The problem is A long is secured by Booker. That's going to be the big problem, as the remaining, they have to look left and right at the same time.
Not going to be easy, but Totson picks up one. Alucard with the pistol in the corner. It's Beva, though, and he's going to be able to snipe the two of them down with a couple of headshots.
Yep, and finally, Anubis Gaming grabbing that win. I think that was really a critical timing because they pulled out two different strategies and both didn't really work. And now they're really getting it done. Yeah, winning rate here on Compound. That's not live yet. That's from the CFEL, I believe.
Yeah, definitely should be. As nice little charge up mid, and Totson takes a little bit of damage, as does Doom, but it actually goes in favor of Anubis, and they're looking to go for a fast push after getting this initial win in, you know, the players' difference.
There's a sniper, except for A long, you can't really be in A site. So just guarding it on his own and making sure TeamMyth, they have a lot of defensive maneuver towards the central. Might actually be boosting up there.
Right, in they go. Alucard, he gets the one flick. He gets another with the pistol, so he did his job.
Still after that, they can't really make an entrance. Yeah, with the three members, the entrance now smoked up. Snake already in the backup position. Might actually choose to send one over. Just going to come in straight in. Too easy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
They
Definitely
had
risky.
much time. I feel like they really had, TeamMyth had a lot of time to send at least one or two around the map.
Yeah.
And possibly look for the final few second finish with Diffuse. But I think still early map, early rounds. I think still they're just feeling each other.
Yeah. You know, just trying to go in there quickly. They know it is difficult to retake that B site once the bomb goes down, so went for a bit of a Hail Mary. Did not pay off for them. And Team Anubis, as we mentioned, I should say Anubis Gaming, they definitely are coming back pretty strong here.
Yes, TeamMyth after two in a row for your opponent. And in Compound, usually you would get a lot more rounds, yeah, from the global risk. So I think they really do want to take it slow, just in case the global risk come out to the Central Plaza. Anubis Gaming,
Yeah.
took their time, really took a lot of time to finally be going into the pillar. Finds no one.
Yeah, JO's going to get a nice amount of information just with that little peek. Has the timing, not able to win. That one, though, is Alucard. Snare going to get the headshot snipe.
That's huge. Alucard, wow, he was just backing off from that position. Perfect timing from Snare. That's why the Anubis Gaming, they're trying to rush, but the nightmare of Penguin is coming back, so they can't really directly jump in. It might be somewhere. Very less likely because it was a Alucard and it was a sniper, but still, just in case. Yeah, making sounds, pretending like they're going into B, but I think they're switching into A site already. Beva is waiting for that B site attack. But in fact, rushing A, and
Yeah.
Penguin goes down immediately. That's open sight.
It's a huge entry frag as they're going to make their way onto the site now. Definitely really good position, but Booker, he has the timing, picks up 2, make it 3 and 4 in a row for Booker. We hadn't heard from much of him earlier on in this match, but he showed up big here.
What just happened there? I mean, Anubis Gaming, they had 4. Maybe they had too many members in that room saying, you got me covered? Okay, you got me covered? Okay, you got me covered? Then no one is actually looking around at the right place. That's what I felt like at that moment. Maybe Booker just pushed at the perfect timing where they were setting up and getting ready to defend. What a play by Booker alone.
Yeah, just the timing, you know, he was able to get in there right when they were setting up, as you were mentioning. And beginning of this round, it looks like a bunch of damage just through boxes and elsewhere here towards this A entry. So Anubis going to start off pretty strong, at least on their poking early on in this map.
Yep, and Anubis Gaming now trying some different... Finally checking A long because they had no info if anyone was staying or going for the base spot A long, if it's going to be a sniper. Alucard usually has been B site, but look at their position now, pinging the spot. He does go down, but the rest of the members actually in that pillar room. So TeamMyth, they also has a pretty good idea. It has to be an A long attack. Some more shots.
Great spam through the box, and Booker comes up big again. Horus elsewhere gets a couple of kills, and that's just going to be a quick sweep of the rest of the guys from Anubis. So TeamMyth, they're looking good now. Maybe a couple sleepy rounds in there, but definitely looking strong in the last 2.
Yeah, didn't really see on the camera, but Horus cleaned out from the central plaza. There were 2 members waiting there. A rush from TeamMyth. And sprays down 2 for 1 and make that 2 for 2. Booker really showing up the big 9-4 already in the pillar room, getting cleaned up, but still 3 members left from Anubis.
Yeah, so 3 against 2 in favor of Anubis after that charge. As Alucard, he's held this down before.
That flick.
This is scary if you're Team Anubis.
Did not spot. Snare coming from the side. He takes so much damage.
Wow. How did... He wasn't able to get that kill from behind him.
That's a second thing. Okay, yeah. AWM sniper battle, sniper shots. That's one. But as a sniper, you really have to work on your pistol skills. That gets you the real charm.
And it's something that you've said a lot in the past, G-Clef, where sometimes it's more difficult to actually shoot them when you're behind them because it's more unpredictable, their movements.
That's always, and we try to do some more action. Just hold on to that thought as we do have the central plaza sort of divided by west and east. And TeamMyth stretching out all the way near the base.
Ooh, I don't know about challenging that directly. Maybe getting a bit frustrated was Anubis. Totson at the end picks up 1, but that is it. So TeamMyth with 4 rounds in a row now, really making a statement early on in this map.
Yeah, trying to finish the first half in their pretty good position, giving 2 rounds. I think that's a pretty nice number for, of course, for TeamMyth. But for Anubis, they tried a lot of different strategy, but oftentimes it has been stopped by these timing round rushes by TeamMyth. Not all the time, just to stretch out to the central plaza. And so far, whenever TeamMyth tried that, it worked. And Anubis Gaming, I think it's okay because it's compound. You lose less time by moving central plaza. So just take your time, maybe even up to 1.5 minutes, and then moving in. I think that's a safer path. Not spot us here. The members coming, Horus.
They are just playing it so well, but as I say that, Beva picks up 2, Doom picks up another. And just like that, okay, Anubis, they have the advantage. Penguin jumps in, does not see him in the corner, and now Alucard has to face 3. He's not going to get that full shot, and this is going to be rough with just the AWM.
Was that a nade in front of his face?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be one tough round for him. 1v3 with a sniper towards A site, where both sides are pretty hard. Beva just strikes again, and that's a lot of kills we're going to this guy right here. 12 and 6.
Yeah, definitely a nice little showing there at the end. If it goes to 7-2, then you're feeling really bad. But 6-3 it's salvageable. Obviously, TeamMyth are in a better spot here. And let's see what they can get going with this.
I think that was a very special and crucial round for Anubis because they have been losing, I believe 6 in a row almost. Or am I?
They lost correct? 4 in a row.
4 in a row.
They win 2-2 and then 6-2. But
so
that's to see what's happening with this. Because Team Anubis looks like they did lose one of their players. So
yes.
Might have to remake this one.
Yeah, do not see. Yeah, do see one missing. Of course, yeah, not bad because this is the start of the second half. But the first half didn't really. It seemed like it didn't really go in favor of Anubis Gaming at all because we could see a lot of their strategy, what they planned in head. For this map especially, but TeamMyth just had some like really good baiting spots, like hit them at the perfect timing. So I think we just have to see until the second half. But so far, Anubis Gaming, yeah, they didn't really accomplish what they brought to the table.
Yeah, I think just getting caught off a couple of times, and then there were some rounds where it didn't feel like they were all on the same page, maybe a little bit of frustration because, as you're mentioning, you don't check the one corner and then Alucard kills like 3 of you, or, you're charging into Alucard and he still kills 3 of you as a sniper. Some of these things, like, they're very frustrating because you feel like you should be able to win those firefights, but you're not, so it's like... It doesn't really feel like much is working for them. Yeah,
and I think there was one round where Anubis, they went into A site, they had 4 members, but Booker just came in and just sprayed all over them because no one was looking at Booker. Of course, he did come in right after the bomb was planted, so maybe they just didn't really think that. But oftentimes, like super experienced teams, they already know who's watching where. Yeah, I felt like that was not really pinned down by each member. I think that scene really showed a lot about where Anubis Gaming is at towards, of course, with the teamwork right now.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. So we are, of course, getting that lobby back up and running, and as long as we don't have any other issues, we should be jumping straight back into the game. Currently 6-3 in favor of TeamMyth, and here we go as the team switch sides.
Let's see what TeamMyth brings to the table. Ooh, let's see the leg. Just getting that checked because they know. They sure know where each other is going to be at. Yeah, this is more of a regular start from TeamMyth. First round, usually we do come out this slow. Central Plaza, of course, especially for TeamMyth because last year at the Grand Finals, they did take a lot of damage especially from China.
Absolutely. Well, Beva's going to start off pretty well. This rush is not working. Beva picked up 3 of them as Penguin finally gets the revenge and, well, just immediately goes down. So
yeah, Snare's got him covered.
Yeah.
And again, just the Alucard. Oh, double!
Oh, and then he dies. But he had the double kill.
That's always cool.
With the one shot. But yeah, very nicely done on the defense there on the global risk. They were just ready for that rush.
Yep. Double A room doesn't really happen often, especially in the first round. Surely caught TeamMyth off guard. Beva to really like this player again. The first half got a lot of kills for the team. Same for Booker on the other hand. He also had close to 2.0 KD.
Certainly felt that way, and I believe you are correct. So yeah, 6-4. Definitely, now that you've kind of settled in onto the global risk side, you pick up that first map win with a great defense. Maybe Anubis can get something going for themselves here. Sometimes, you switch sides and something goes totally wrong for one team and they can't seem to penetrate the defense at all. That could definitely happen.
It's also strategy, and it's also about the rhythm and how well you're actually playing. Horus was looking for that headshot, of course. Against a sniper, it can be a hard deal. A third. If they just keep on coming as tag team, it's great news for Snare. I mean, that's what Sniper does.
Ooh.
One bullet at a time.
Penguin did get the revenge, though, on that kill, so it wasn't looking good. But the wraparound here, they knew exactly where Penguin was. Totson able to shoot him down. And they know where Alucard is as well. So they're trying... Booker, you can see he's trying to come over and support his teammates and see if they can group up once again to try to win the 2v3.
And in rotation, Tot right next to Booker. Couldn't really find him. And again, Alucard. No wonder his survival rate is so high.
Yes, he does survive very often and is extremely clutch. You see, Todd he's trying to run away. Let's see if it'll work out here. But that is the first pistol kill going the way of Alucard.
Yeah, but now it's 15 seconds. Doesn't have the C4, but two members right next to him, one right below him, actually. So that will... Todd gave a good amount of time for his teammates to come to B site.
Yeah, he absolutely did. It's basically all you had to do. Just delay, delay, delay. 1v3. Alucard is very dangerous, so they took that extremely seriously. And they were able to shut it down. So now that is 3 rounds in a row now back to Anubis.
And Anubis Gaming, they're slowly catching up with the second. But TeamMyth, they do need to register in the second half. Wonder where they're going to start. So far, just nesting up with Alucard, making sure they have some information from the Central Plaza. And the rest, the 4 rifles, really taking their time. That's a second, so TeamMyth, they should know there's at least 2 from B site. Doesn't really know if it's a sniper or a rifle. And no sound whatsoever, no information, no extra information from the Central Plaza. Shoot.
Wrong way, buddy, but able to trade back a couple at least, thanks to Booker and Horus.
Yeah, not the best timing there. Yeah, that one you can easily hit.
Yeah.
But because they waited for such a long time, only 50 seconds now left on the clock.
Yeah, and you can see the C4 currently held by Alucard. He is slowly bringing it into Central Plaza, into this tower here. So we'll be going for the late plant. There is one of their members, Horus, is all the way over towards B as well. So might just look to slowly push into this one onto A.
Yeah, Horus making sound in B site to make sure that they're looking at the wrong way.
Yeah, now they're actually going to go from mid to B, so they should be able to get this bomb down. 13 seconds left. Beva is looking to charge on in and just spray, but that is not going to be enough. So TeamMyth, they get their first win here on the Blacklist side.
Wow, smart rotation, I gotta say. That really threw off Anubis Gaming. Because I was also thinking, okay, this Horus is making footsteps to pretend like it's going to be a B attack and then sneak into A side. That's what I felt for at least a few seconds. But the moment Horus went in and got the kill, says, okay, B side guys open. Come in and I'll guard you all the way.
And that they did. So it was a very complicated plan, but it got the job done, as now JWoww's going to get his first couple of kills on the side. Snare trades one back. Looks like on mid, Beva also able to pick up one.
And still losing fight in the Central Plaza. Beva again challenging into the nest up there, but does make it back. Was looking for his teammate to clean this up. He does come in again.
Yeah.
6 and 2.
Yeah, Beva did a good job of cleaning up the majority of the guys there on that one. So close map here already to start off between these teams. We expected it to be quite competitive between these. You can see that both teams do have a winning record on the global risk side. Whereas a slightly losing record for TeamMyth here on the blacklist side. I believe Anubis was about 50% when we did have that stat pop off before the swap.
Again, that's the stat from CFEL 2022 only.
Still counts.
Of course, there were lots of games played. Now 7-6. I mean, TeamMyth, they're really pulling this.
At some point, you got to wonder, you know, they've only gotten one on this side. They need to get at least a couple more to bring us to tie breaks, as in they go through mid and in back towards the spawn. So maybe not expecting this, but Doom picks up 2 and Snare gets another, so easily able to shut down this advance as well.
And now only Booker left for TeamMyth. He pulled things off. Doesn't really get that headshot near that small pillar, the A connector. It's waiting for a rotation, but no one is actually coming, of course. The C4 dropped near that A entrance. Oh, Booker's trapped up here.
Yes. Okay. He's trapped with the headshot now. Not able to get that second kill, though, so now we're all tied up 7-7. And honestly, I mean, Anubis has been even stronger on this side after the swap, so they're looking pretty good at the moment. It's definitely on a big streak of wins, at least.
I think that's a big sign as we say that, though. TeamMyth, they were grabbing a whole lot of kills, a whole lot of rounds in the second half, but Anubis Gaming, I think they just have to come a little closer, especially when they're going for the backup. I feel like compared to TeamMyth, their backup is slightly slower. And this time, yep, making sure there's no one in the A room. He did have a pretty bad start here. But look at that Anubis. 2-man defense, A long.
Yeah, not always what you would expect, but they
Not
should
at
be
all.
very ready if this push does come in. Doesn't look like TeamMyth have commit just yet, but JWoww is slowly checking this out. He's able to pick up one. Some shots going on to Snake as well, so able to trade back the 1 kill at least, and now they're looking to go for a re-engage somewhere else.
Oh man, those positions, Snake is supposed to peek out slightly to bait the opponent into that bait spot from the side box, but Beva was picked up first, so that didn't really go in hand of Anubis Gaming at all. TeamMyth, even if this is a 1-1 trade, because they got to check the members defending A site, and more information given to TeamMyth. And 4-4, I think it's a number where it's always better for Blacklist.
Well, let's see if they can make it better this time. They're shooting Snare. They pick him up. The entry onto A is good so far, but Snake gets a couple. Now 2 against 2, and Doom is putting on the pressure. The C4 also down.
Yeah, right next to Doom, so he has to guard that area, but Penguin does bring him down. Hudson, come for the save, 1-2.
Yeah, that was going to be rough for him to try to get that retake. So TeamMyth keeping it interesting. They have a couple of rounds at least. And now it's really anybody's game from here. I mean, 8-7. TeamMyth slowly beginning to figure out how to get some rounds here. They take a large chunk of damage, though.
Yeah, 2 members, JWoww and Horus, down to 50 HP basically. I think they have to rush this one because they took so much damage from the nade.
Yeah, just trying to get some entries here on to B are the low members. And they will get the 1, so they get control of this for now. There is Doom that goes down as well elsewhere. And that's another kill onto Beva, so Penguin picks up 2 and allows his team to plant this bomb.
Yeah, no, Lucart does pick up Thompson from coming in from the pillars. Only Snake left. This is what TeamMyth needed. And with B entrance flashed and smoked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not looking good for him. Might be seeing our 9th
if you
round
have to
win.
talk about percentage, like 0.3%
I'd give
chance?
it about like a 2% chance.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can happen. Alucard, though, is just going to snipe him down, and TeamMyth are 1 round away from taking this first map. And with the last couple of rounds under their belt, it's looking pretty good for them. Let's see if they can secure the win.
For now, yes. And Snare had a pretty good respawn to run all the way. Yeah, look at TeamMyth. They actually waited for Snare to go back to the B base and then came out in a safer timing. It shows us the understanding of their opponents. Okay, he usually backs out after a couple of seconds. We should be safe by now.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, and these plays through Central Plaza have been working, but there's a lot of coverage here at the moment.
4-man defense, A-site.
Pretty easy for Anubis to just line them up. It's going to be 2 kills, make it 3. Alucard and Booker do trade back, but not the cleanest push we've ever seen.
But still, for a moment, it was 5v2. Now making it down to a 3v2. Anubis in rotation. Snare does find Booker. Only Alucard left. 1v3. Can he really finish the map on his own?
Well, it's got to start with one snipe, you would like to imagine. He is trying to check all of his corners, all of his angles, see if he can catch anyone peeking. But if not, might just have to do it the old-fashioned way.
At least does have in the control of the C4. That's about 50 seconds left. And Alucard, reverse psychology here, I think, from the nest. Very likely to have a site from the Central Plaza, but instead going all the way around.
Yeah, you can see all 3 members of Anubis Gaming currently on the A site here. So they're just going to give him the free plant and say, sure, if that is the direction you go, we can try to go for the 3v1 retake. Let's see if Alucard can be the hero.
Yep, so first step done. He does manage to get out of the base, the plant base, so that's 1. Yeah, great sniper spot. Oh, the first shot miss. That's huge.
That is gigantic. He's got an angle there, but they are just charging him. There's the 1 flick. Does not get the second, though, as Snare did pick up the AK, and that is going to be the defuse.
Had 2 more bullets. Here's Mag. So it was possible, but missing the first few, it's always a big ouch moment. And as a sniper, when you miss that first shot, you feel like, oh man, I really screwed this up. I really have to make my second shot, and then because of the pressure, you miss your second shot, then you're like, oh man, what am I going to do now? Yeah. That's usually what happens. That's the destiny of the mentality of a sniper player. You just have to get through those.
It is fate. Taunton's got a pretty good angle, but he is not able to land the kill. JWoww on the entry, wowing us all, able to pick up 2, and that might be it for their entry. But they're not going to go on to B just yet, as Snare is here. Alucard, though, picks up another snipe, now 4v2.
Yeah, the other members of TeamMyth already making a huge rotation, not even going to peek out into Central Plaza, going all the way near their base. Towards now Central Plaza, maybe even into A long. But they do still have a Alucard. And understanding that it's going to be a Snake and Snare left from Anubis Gaming. Had that firepower push in the short distance area. Seems like the best push. And Anubis, they also do have a pretty good reading on this.
Yeah, I think maybe Snare got the look on them there as they were transitioning. Could be huge. But you know that TeamMyth is going to be in here, guns a-blazing. Maybe send JWoww in first to soak that up. And there it is. The first snipe is not going to work. Snake, though, sprays for 2. But they know where he is, and he does not have any bullets, just a pistol and a dream. Booker is going to come over the top and is just barely going to secure the map here for TeamMyth with a 10-8, I believe, victory there on that map. A huge set 1 win.
That was very close. Very, very close. Anubis, if they just haven't slipped a few of their, especially their first few rounds, ooh, that was a very close map for sure. TeamMyth, but at the end, I feel like
And here we go. We are jumping onto Ankara for the second map of this wonderful first match that we do have between our two Egyptian teams, Anubis Gaming and TeamMyth. We will have the same sides to start.
Of course, TeamMyth would love to grab a second map and just run away with this and go for that. I believe their third match is also, again, TeamMyth. But Anubis Gaming, they really need to come back, as Brendan did pick Anubis Gaming as the winner for the first match. That's what you're really looking for.
That's the way predictions go sometimes. It was close, 10-8. Anything can happen here on Ankara.
Certainly a very close map. And Ankara, a top is always a site. It's even the pros say it's really hard to guard a site, not just because it has the stairs and lots of base spots. The overnades, there can be lots of flashes to a top especially. So that's why a lot of the teams to put 2 rifles up there.
Definitely a pretty common spot to attack. If you are looking to go quick, you can get those overnades. You have 2 ways to attack, but this is going to be them going in through B bottom. Penguin is going to spot them and try to run away. He will find safety there.
In a base spot, can't really find any more. JWoww getting one done. Penguin does get one in trade, but this is a bloodbath right here.
Yeah, it was just they were going to town on them as they were moving into that site, and they all got wiped up. Even Horus trying to get in there, but he missed all the action because all of his teammates picked up the kills already.
Sometimes if you're rotating, you just have to be fast. And I think Penguin had a pretty nice information. At least, okay, it's the B bottom attack. He got to see at least 2 or 3 in his way of retreat. This time, those type of backup, it has to be really quick. Something Anubis Gaming might actually be looking in their second half.
JWoww just gonna headshot there. Ooh. He's coming out of here. So is Booker. They pick up 2 kills out in quarter. And now all of a sudden, it's 5v3.
So much pressure. And Anubis Gaming did have 0 idea against how many members that were actually coming out towards the boxes. They're even challenging into the passage.
They're really not messing around with this aggression. I mean, they have the C4 down now towards the Blacklist spawn, and they're just rolling over them for these first couple of rounds. So TeamMyth really trying to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, this is the power of TeamMyth. You mentioned momentum as even against lots of top teams in the world, TeamMyth really tried this to push the opponent. But of course, it was just not possible in certain maps. But against Anubis Gaming, it is working so much better. And TeamMyth, this team, really having the same roster for such a long time, it's coming in handy in a time like this.
So that's going to be good for stopping the momentum. Snare just able to pick off Alucard, win the sniper battle. The aggression is not ending, though.
But Doom, can he come out and be safe? The spot does go down, but because he bought so much time, free entrance towards the B site.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick plant here. So pretty nice here for Anubis Gaming. This is going to be the best round they've had so far. Let's see if the retake can come through.
Smoked up, all good. Anubis still have control B long.
Tatsun, a fantastic bait spot. Doesn't actually get the kill. Snare just sniping 2 down, and now Beva helping out Booker. He's got a lot on his plate. Not going to be able to make it happen this time, though.
Yeah, I think this play just came out from Doom baiting, gaining so much time for the entire team, the rest of the 4 members, to get a free entry into the B side, which I was sort of surprised because oftentimes TeamMyth, they do leave one for a check, at least from their own base, to see anyone jumping into the site. But that rotation was kind of funky.
Yeah, pretty much, as we do have the entry now. Booker is going to shoot one down, and JWoww will as well. They do a decent job, but not the best. That's actually going to be Anubis getting entry to the A site.
And Beva not extending too far. Ooh, and a long distance shot.
Traded back as Alucard comes in, picks up a pistol kill. This is a quick entry. Beva, very nice 180 to pick that one up, and it's pistol against rifle, and Alucard's going to be able to shut that one down easily.
Ooh, just final few bullets. I think Beva was running out of bullets on his rifle.
Yeah. Used all of them to spray down Horus and didn't quite have enough to challenge Alucard, who had switched. And so we are going to break away from that 2-2 start that we had on Compound. TeamMyth looking a bit stronger to start off here on Ankara.
Certainly from the GR side, getting a lot of work done, but it was also with pressure and coming all the way out towards that BL base. So Anubis Gaming still couldn't really pull out all the strategy that they wanted to. This is, I feel like, somewhat of a repeat of what we had in the first map. Anubis Gaming should really be feeling this. Okay, TeamMyth is putting a lot of pressure on us. So let's take it slower compared to the usual matches that we had against. Or let's just focus on one side only instead of pulling out so many different, which oftentimes is being read by TeamMyth.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, too, to see some of the stats, because overall TeamMyth are better on the Blacklist side, you know, all maps included, but also on Ankara. So if you're Anubis, you're maybe feeling a little bit scared about what could happen after the side change as well, so we'll have to wait and see how this map develops.
A-top basically open. Booker just looking for information, but not escape.
He got some information, but
it costs his life, though.
Yeah.
You do have, from that position, you usually just throw out a flash and escape with information. But yeah, with that, Snake's position can be deadly, but instead TeamMyth, what a choice. Instead of rotating, okay, we don't have that much time, let's just go straight in from the passage. Only 3 men now, but because of the spray of bullets raining down on 4 members.
Yeah, just very desperate. That was never really going to work. 5v4 against them, so
I thought they were ready with some smoke and flash because they all chose to go towards one site. That's what happens oftentimes.
Ooh.
Didn't work out that time, but Anubis Gaming getting their second.
It's a great starting snipe, and you see Snare trying to get aggressive, and Penguin just easily locks in the headshot. This one looking like a clean round win potentially for TeamMyth. Another kill there in the air duct by Booker. Now Snake has to make it all happen by himself. Well, that
got
wasn't
sprayed.
fair. That wasn't fair.
Yeah, we don't see him anywhere else. And we have 90% control over the map. Where is this guy? Yeah, TeamMyth just... They don't know how to stop even if they lose a round. Let's see Anubis. I like the slower approach. Oh. Not this time.
Nice try, though. Sometimes you just kind of have to guess the timing. Was not able to press the trigger fast enough to pick off that kill. So now let's see what kind of angle Anubis want to attack on, because this is not... this hasn't been looking so clean for them, I have to say. Even in some of their wins, it has not been easy outside of that one round where they got A-top real quick and sprayed everybody down.
Anubis understanding how aggressive TeamMyth can be into office. This time slowly. Even if they were taking a lot of time, I like this play slightly better than like what we have seen from Snare, just running off into the central yard. That was kind of weird. But with the slow movement, TeamMyth, they're also beginning to think, what is happening?
Yeah.
A quarter? I'm not hearing anything. There's no flash. There's no smoke. Is it B?
That's why you got to play with tempo. That's why you got to change it up.
Their rotation goes to the BL base.
Oh, they're getting so much information with this, as they should know a plant is coming towards B at this moment.
This is merry-go-round on this map. No shots fired. Finally, there's some action. That offense taking control by TeamMyth.
Smokes are down, though, with the bomb on B, so decent position here for Anubis. Getting a lot of coverage on all their angles now. Looks like they still have Snare alive, which is always a pretty nice benefit, too. Oh, but that's not going to be good for them. TeamMyth coming with a couple of frags, make that 3, as Snare not even able to land his own shot. Now he's just being sprayed down. 10 seconds, but it is enough for the defuse.
What a retake there, and JWoww spraying from the top, and also regaining control of B long was very the important key. And oftentimes, Doom, in terms of getting information and defending from the GR side, we've seen some great moments, but we don't see him doing as much in from the Blacklist side. I think that's one thing that he really needs to work on.
Yeah. We just saw the stats for TeamMyth from, of course, the CFEL. Not the best on the global risk for TeamMyth, but they're making it happen here. Or maybe I'm caster cursing them as Anubis are able to retake quarters and shut down the aggressive play this time.
Making it down to 4-3 for Anubis, but you see Horus running all the way down, immediately found by Snake. And 4-2 now, where do you actually go? Do you split the 2, or do you just look for that ace-king? Not going to happen. Either the ace ran away or the king ran away.
Yeah, it was probably the king. Alucard's alone, and now he's definitely
Not for
alone.
long.
He is gone. So nice little round win there for Anubis. If they can get one more, it's actually not bad.
The early patience from Blacklist, it's making TeamMyth move, and they come out to get killed. So this is certainly working. Not every round, because TeamMyth, of course, they change back and forth, but Anubis Gaming, they should always keep this in their mind. Especially against a TeamMyth, that this is a strategy that sure works, as long as we have some angles covered.
TeamMyth just going to play it slower. Just on their hind legs after the last couple of rounds did not go their way. Or at least the last one. They are finally beginning to move a bit into office, which may actually work out for them. Horus is just checking. He is going to be shot down a bit, so does back off a bit as well.
Through the smoke. There's a lot of resources used there. I don't think that was all necessary. Oh, but because right after using that many, they wanted to switch into A, and I believe they have a lot of flash left. Down here, right next to the stairs, and there's one more. JWoww on top waiting.
Oh, great spot here for Booker, but they do check it, so he's going to go down. That's a great entry for Beva, as now a couple more kills here for Anubis as they charge into top of A and take control.
Bomb planted now. 2 members. Horus and Lucard, they're coming through the passage. Can they really make it work? They have few members, but near the stairs where it's going to be really hard to get those sniper shots in.
Well, nice little try, but not this time, TeamMyth. As Anubis, they pick up a couple more rounds, so they will keep it closer. But again, I am curious about, after the swap, how good TeamMyth can be, as they have shown a lot of success here on the Blacklist side of Ankara.
Let's see, Anubis Gaming, not really a super aggressive team from the global risk, but they're just keeping in their same position because I do think we'd have another player missing. Yeah, might just have to remake the game and do what we did for the first map, but this will give some time to rethink of their strategy, especially for TeamMyth. I think they were already ready. They were on the move towards the B passage. A sneak peek there. But only for us and you
Spoiler.
guys. Only for us and you guys, but
yeah.
But Anubis Gaming, they have no idea.
Of course, they could always change their strategy. You know, if they're like, ooh, I don't know, did they see something? Or did they sense something? Yeah, shouldn't take too much time. We can always jump right back into this one. But Team Anubis really on the ropes, you know. Gotta be feeling the pressure now going on to the Global Risk side here. Already down a map. You do not want to get 2-0'd by your Egyptian brothers in the first map, or the first match of this entire tournament.
Certainly not, but I do think 5-4 is certainly not a bad score either. And it's about the... I feel like this match is really just about the details. If you're missing the details, you lose. If you're keeping the details in your head alive and thinking about the base spots, you win. I think that's how close this match is right now between TeamMyth and Anubis.
Yeah, and also, as you've mentioned a couple of times, like these guys know each other so well. So I think a lot of mindset and mind gaming can happen in terms of the different types of strategies and trying to throw in something that you think your opponents should not expect. But yeah, I think TeamMyth has been getting the better reads so far. So some of those little details and stuff like that. So it has been pretty good for them.
Yeah,
but,
well, we have some time. What do you think? Think Anubis can come back hard and win map 2-3?
I don't know. I'm not feeling the same hype I was at the beginning when I did make my prediction. I feel like TeamMyth have come out stronger. They've been looking stronger, more consistent over the course of these rounds that we have played.
Yeah, I do think really to point out again, if Doom comes back alive to his CFEL presence, then I think Anubis Gaming can actually win the match. But he has been very quiet throughout the match so far.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit of getting used to. You know, just there's a lot of pressure to do your best in these best of threes.
Yeah, and second will be this guy on the screen, Snare. If he starts to move, just jump back and forth, not like that.
Well,
jump back and forth with a sniper just throughout the map.
Yeah.
Then, like crazy things happen. But we used to have a lot of those sniper style where the rifles played together. Sniper, you just play on your own. Okay, just let him go for free, and then you start to make the magic. That used to be the old sniper play. But nowadays, it's more of a teamwork. But Snare still got that style from the older days.
Oh, this is fantastic spray. Totson. He makes it happen, and now the flank comes in, but Booker picks up one. He has about 2 health. Exactly 2 health.
Oh.
And they know exactly where he is,
he might
too.
fall to the wind. Okay.
Okay, good start here for Anubis. Take the first round after the swap, after the half. That's going to get the momentum going in their favor. They were already able to pick up a couple of rounds before the swap. And as you mentioned, you know, they took some time during that pause to rethink their strategy.
Yep, that spot where we were talking about the team and the key player Lucard for the team. Yeah, he's always looking for that passage, trying to pick up an easy kill. Anyone coming up on the B side. That's something that Anubis Gaming they have 100% idea of.
Yeah. Totson did such a good job of just waiting for the push and spraying through 3, but this time he gets caught peeking. It's going to make this entry better. Beva does pick up 2, but it's still advantage to TeamMyth in this round.
Yeah, they pick up C4 early enough. Or else it could have been a big challenge against Tattoo, Snake, and Doom. But this is interesting now. Both are coming through the vent.
Well, they know where they both are now because Alucard was able to get the snipe down before he met his Doom. Not Doom the player, just I believe it was Snake, actually.
Snake now doesn't have time to go all the way around. Comes back towards the air duct. Double A top.
Oh, he gets one. Quick headshot. 13 seconds.
Second.
Oh, Snake. 5 kills. And that's going to do it for that round. He's able to get the defuse just barely here and pick up yet another round win in a row.
Now I gotta say, that is a huge round for Anubis. where you don't really expect a save to come through. Snake goes out towards a passage, pretends like he's making a big rotation, forces both of the members to stay on A top. What a smart play. And also those connecting shots, it was just beautiful.
It's really good stuff. You got to have clutch plays like that if you're going to beat a team like TeamMyth. And now you can see some spreading out here towards the front yard. TeamMyth considering their options.
Yeah, TeamMyth also known as a team who loves to go B bottom. Not just in the middle, like always the first round, let's go B bottom. That used to be TeamMyth. And Horus just looking out for anyone coming from the office. In control with Doom. But no extra information as the B bottom entry is about to happen.
Okay, and that's going to be a couple of entry kills here, but Snare is in position. They should know this, but he's still able to get the quick snipe and backs away to wait for his team.
That buys so much time for Anubis Gaming to have that backup. Now Snare's in position, B long. Seems open, but
he almost went too fast. Like, wrapped around so quickly, but Beva, couple of snipes here as now moving in, but Horus able to pick up one. He's pretty low, it's a one-on-one now. But it is going to be Horus who does get that final kill and ties up the rounds.
So here's the thing. Of course that round was cool. Beva? I'm starting to think that this player might actually be the MVP if Anubis Gaming wins, go all the way up to the grand finals. Like, this player has the potential to become the best player of the tournament. I can already feel this.
Yeah, you see the potential?
His defense in his situation has been crazy. You don't usually get that many kills.
Yeah, he has been really good about
so
linking
far
the kills as well.
entire day today, and the positional changes and the shots has been crazy good.
Yeah, would have to agree. See if he can keep it up here as we unfortunately caster curse him immediately as he is the first one to go down in round 13.
Against the snipers, so nice. A sensible 1-1 trade with Snare here. Picking Horus on down from long distance. Quick scope. Ooh, Lucard really doing a lot of action on the second map.
Okay. Doom trades one, but still Snake in a little bit of trouble. He's going to back out of there. The bomb is already planted, but Anubis don't seem to have too much of a plan about how to come in here.
That's a big bullet in his face. And another headshot into Totson. Lucard basically had no HP. As you can see from the kill feed. What? TeamMyth. The second half.
Yeah.
You gotta say Valdez, they have speed. They have power. They can show momentum.
Yeah. They've had confidence on Blacklist on this map, as I was talking about. They have 20 rounds won to 10 rounds lost. And that gives them a, 2/3 percentage to win on the Blacklist side. So they have come out strong after that initial round loss. They have once again taken the lead.
Another big approach into that B long. Anubis, they actually came out to the center. They made two-man rotation from B bottom. So now they're thinking, okay, this has to be somewhat of quarter passage. A push from TeamMyth. I thought that it was going to be a B push, or is it not?
Changing the pace is TeamMyth. This is something that we have seen work out, actually, in both teams' favors so far in this match.
And using this much time, TeamMyth slowly transitioning into this central yard. They're really going to challenge into A site. Yeah, from a Lucard staying in B side. Double push into B.
At least Snare's there to back him up. JWoww with the entry soaks the shot as they are making a big move in through here, but Snare picks up another kill. Beva with the headshot. He's been so good on the Global Risk side as Alucard does get one, but it is going to be Anubis Gaming tying it up again.
Yeah, we come down to 7-7. Feel like we saw the score exactly on map number 1. This came down to who finished a little stronger on the map. But if Snare shows up that much in just a few more rounds, Anubis Gaming can certainly grab this win. TeamMyth, they haven't tried A in some time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that didn't do as much.
It didn't do much.
Yeah, because of the angle, I think. I also thought it did a lot more damage. Hudson just...
Unfortunate timing for him as
not the
Beva also not able to land a shot. This is a huge entry for TeamMyth. They lose nobody.
Oh, but quick entry back from Anubis.
They've just got every angle locked down. He runs out of bullets, but it doesn't matter. He's got 4 teammates, and TeamMyth now 2 rounds away from taking a quick 2-0.
For a second, I thought, okay, they're not waiting for a plan. They came in that could really counterpunch into TeamMyth. That didn't really happen. The shots, I don't think it really landed too much, and they only had 1 planting on top of A. Yeah, and with that, TeamMyth again, this quickly, a rush.
Well, if it works.
A top flash, flashing your teammate.
Yeah, Thompson, oh, they're all ready for this now. Anubis easily going to shut this one down. Alucard not able to make it happen. 8-8. Might have our first tiebreakers here in a bit if it continues to be this even.
In TeamMyth, I'm really loving their strategy, how quickly they want to push into the A side when they have the momentum, but understanding that Anubis Gaming says, okay, you guys are coming this quickly, we're ready for the defense. And so far, a top defense, I think, has been much more solid compared to what we see in regular tournaments coming out from Anubis Gaming.
Yeah. That is for sure. TeamMyth might just be going back to tried and true. Snare, he's going to miss that shot. Hasn't been as accurate here.
JWoww takes a chunk of damage from that grenade.
Snare, he's getting aggressive. He knows they're backing away, but he immediately goes down to JWoww. Maybe too aggressive this time.
That's what we see from Snare oftentimes. In a round or two, I think the shot call just do whatever you want to in this round. You're free. This time was not able to grab anything. Now, because of that, making it 5v4. And Anubis Gaming left B side open for free. I think it's because TeamMyth, they didn't use that many resources. Thinking that this could be an A-top push.
Yeah, they still have a lot of needs. Overall, it's going to be the entry here for TeamMyth is the question. They're rotating back towards quarters. You got the C4 slowly trailing behind. It looks like they will try to make a move onto A.
Yeah, big play from Anubis to keep their position for this long. A site. They have that much confidence in their shot call.
Go, Snake's in position. He's going to get one, but it's traded back. Top Beva right there. As you mentioned, they were ready for this push.
Yeah, and double bait position. It was positioned perfectly against an air duck play.
Booker, he gets one, gets two. Picks up the bomb with 3 seconds, and he is going to try to get this plant here, but not quite on time. Just barely not able to put this one down. And so Anubis Gaming close to taking their own 10-8.
So close. But dude knew that he didn't really have to force himself. Wow, 9-8. TeamMyth. Have one round to pull off what you need to. Where are you going to go? And Anubis Gaming actually went for an aggressive push from the yard. Found nobody. I think they were trying to go for a loot card. But, of course, already 4 members into the quarter. Again, air duct?
Yeah.
That's what Anubis Gaming thought. That's why they're positioning 4 members in B site.
And Taten, let's see if he gets picked off before getting the information. That's always the question. He's going to actually get a kill. Not going to be able to pick off 2, though. He's only able to get 1, and now TeamMyth do have control of this site. Snare, not able to get that cheeky snipe either.
At least 1-1 trade. And Dotson could have actually made it back after that first kill. That's got slightly greedy, trying to pick up another. And 4-4 Anubis. Just straight on 4-man A passage.
JWoww got flashed, but it doesn't matter. They have all the angles. It's only Snare. He picks up 2. Will that be enough? They're just going to wait for the time. You can see Snare is chasing them.
Does he have enough bullets?
Nope.
No, he does not.
He does not. 9-9, and we will have our first tiebreakers. Not to be unexpected between these 2 Egyptian teams that are so closely matched. TeamMyth able to at least bring us to tiebreakers.
This is what we expected. I mean, it's a rematch of the final from the region from the West. This is so tied up. I mean, Anubis Gaming, we thought they lost their momentum after the first half. Into the second half, couple of rounds dominated by TeamMyth, just rushed through, and the rotation was not being read. And then ever since that, especially the final few rounds where they kept their position into that A site, I think that really clicked in. The reason why we're having these extra rounds.
Yeah, very true. Looks like golden round is the way it is going to go.
Extra rounds and golden round, potentially?
Yeah, could definitely happen. Maybe giving us a little bit of a sneak peek, but yeah, it really does feel like any team's game at this point. I wasn't really able to get a good read from that map to see, you know, if I could make a prediction going into these tiebreaker rounds.
Yep, and surprisingly, Ankara, you do see some sniper action, especially from the A site, from the passage oftentimes from the air duct into the base. That's usually the sniper's fight. But even if it's not in the same position, we saw a lot of, especially Snare, just running into the opponent base. Couldn't really get that many kills, but still, we saw a lot of sniper action happening all over the map, which was unique for the both teams.
Yeah, so extra rounds will be beginning in just a moment to see who is going to be taking this tiebreaker. And could we go to a map 3? Could definitely happen here. Port would be interesting for these 2 teams.
This is tough, but Anubis Gaming, I think they, in terms of just pure momentum, I think Anubis Gaming has a slight upper edge in terms of momentum because they sort of chased back into the rounds to force it into extra rounds.
Does feel that way, as looks like that map is loaded up, so we can jump into this one right away and see where we will go from here.
Anubis Gaming Blacklist. And let's see. Quick action. Blue card.
Oh, he got the kill, and they weren't even able to get him on the backside. Todson does pick up JWoww, though. And that's going to be a pretty fantastic entry, actually. Penguin and Booker, though, they come in from behind Booker with 2 kills now. As Beva gets another, so 1-on-1.
The 2 best players on the team currently, Booker and Beva.
The bomb in an awkward spot, but he might be able to snatch that.
Beva, lower HP, only 45. Booker, full HP.
Beva wins.
Headshot with 12 HP left.
Yeah. Sometimes all it takes is for you to get the jump. They both hurt each other, but Beva was a little bit quicker to get that spin and the headshot down. So a great start here on Blacklist for Anubis Gaming.
Yeah, such a close call when you come down to those type of last person rifle action.
Horus tried to take on the world, but the world took him. Anubis just spraying him down. And Snare with another shot there. As you mentioned, that momentum, it's looking pretty good for Anubis here.
And they're taking time, retreating back to our own base. It's happening, Valdez. I should have listened to you.
I knew it. I knew it all
TeamMyth,
along.
but they're certainly capable of coming back, even if it's a 5v3. There's a lot of time, and Booker is running around the map. JWoww also. Oh, blue card picked off. So it's basically the site is open, but the two men. There's one.
It starts with one, but that's another one for Snare. The snipe is there, so bomb down now, 1v4. JWoww just gonna get headshot there by Snare, picks up his 4th kill. Snare and Beva just really stepping up now when it matters most.
Yeah, Anubis, they needed the extra momentum. And gaining that in the extra round is huge. TeamMyth, to stop that from happening, I think that's the reason why they're running all over the place to keep Anubis Gaming quiet. Because when that happens, Anubis Gaming, they use a lot of time from Blacklist, which gives them a lot less chance to win the round. But they've learned from the first half, second half, that it is certainly doable.
Anubis slow it down. TeamMyth 3 on A currently. Expecting a bit of a push on this side, but Anubis have been pretty sneaky with some of their decisions here on this map.
And this 180 position, yeah, Booker is supposed to look into the air duct, and they have a third, JWoww, on top, who actually gets to see anyone coming in from the A entrance. He gets an early peek and the ID check. It's a huge investment for TeamMyth to have this many. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see everything now. With that many bullets fired.
Yeah, TeamMyth just going to hold on to their positions. They know there's enough time for a rotation. And speaking of which, it will come in.
And they have to stay because now that they have seen that many, Booker can't come out from that position. The moment he does, he might just be melted down.
All right, here it is. They're going to get that entry kill again. Alucard's got a great angle, though. On the backside, JWoww also with a headshot here.
He chased down his opponent for that kill, and Snare went in a little too far. Booker already in the site. Quick backup.
They're just taking names this time.
Anubis, we thought they had everything.
Well, they have Snake, but that's not going to be enough against all these guys. So TeamMyth, they'll keep their hopes alive here. They pick up 1 round. All right, TeamMyth on the Blacklist side now. So they essentially have to win 3 in a row.
And Snare's on his own duty. But come out, can he actually pull? Okay, he's after checking out towards the center, just going to back off. But Doom!
Ooh, not the best timing for him to be checking there. TeamMyth are quick. They even get the spot here onto Snake. JWoww's just like, hello, goodbye. Not going to totally pull out of the sight just yet, but there he goes. Snare not able to get too much exit damage as the rotation is coming in.
And even after taking 1 down, TeamMyth again transitioning into onto the other side of the map. Anubis Gaming this time, they're ready. 3-man defense. Let's see how quickly Snare can actually come for backup.
Ooh, that is going to be a fantastic defense on the top of A, but TeamMyth still able to chop it down to 2 against 2. And that took a big chunk, but so did Horus. He gets him through the box. And now it's all up to Snare. He has picked up a rifle here.
Does understand the remaining members should be low HP. That's another reason why he has picked up an AK instead.
I like the strategy from TeamMyth, just expecting Snare to wrap around. Maybe you can get a 2v1 as well with all of your low health, and it looks like they will go for a plant onto the B site here. Whoa! Snare spotted!
And now they know that he's having an AK.
I think you just gotta wait and try to get the angle for the 2v1. They pop out and they get him through the smoke. That is going to be a fantastic round from TeamMyth. And it's tied again, 11 against 11 in the round score.
I think we're going all the way, Valdez.
Golden round already. Second map.
We'll see.
Second map of the tournament. Second set.
It's not the best grenade, but still. Doesn't do too much. Doom's position in the office. Last time he just went down for checking. This time he does manage to escape. I don't think it's the best place to be at, especially when you're not feeling that great of a day.
And yeah, he just backs away, so office taken here by TeamMyth.
Usually when you're not registering kills that many times, you go to the baiting spot, go for those easy kills, get your confidence back, and then go for the spray. That's the easier way of coming back into the game on your own. I think that's what Doom actually chose to do this time.
Yeah, you do that, or you just try to say to your team, like, hey, I'm not doing great, you know, let me just try to get as much information as possible.
Yeah, sometimes you just you can ask that to your teammate or the shot caller, can I switch position with the other guy? That does happen very frequently. But of course, that shouldn't happen, because that means you're not doing well.
Yeah, so just play well. It's easy. JWoww comes in here. He's certainly playing well. That is two huge entry frags. The timing seemingly catching Anubis totally off guard.
And now B entrance smoked up. 45 seconds. The long control, not fully from TeamMyth, but still way too many members.
And now a lot of spray through the smoke. There's only 30 seconds left. Snake is on the bottom of B.
Has to open the bottom.
They're just overwhelming them. That's going to be 3 kills in a row. TeamMyth, they look incredibly dominant. Not a single person goes down in that last round. And now they're just 1 away.
A pretty big round for TeamMyth. All they need is just 1 more. Anubis again? This certainly cannot happen. Let's see. Okay, double man pressuring. I like this move from Anubis. Yeah, Doom with Snake, I believe, into that office. I see some resources used towards the gate. But no real action. Then from the GR side, you should be saying, okay. Yeah, not too much. So I think...
There we go. Looks like we were a little bit frozen for a second, but we're back.
I was having a cough.
Yes.
Cough, cough. But in such an important round, yeah, I think TeamMyth is also feeling that, okay, we can finish this right now. What's the right call, the best call?
I really like how they isolated Snare last time.
Snare! Booker! Right
Oh,
there!
he gets it!
Oh!
He gets the angle, and the shots are coming down, but Snare's doing such a good job. Oh, but it's not enough. JWoww picks him off. 3v3.
Never wins, but with low HP. Again, a headshot with 10 HP left.
He does it again.
All up to Lucard.
And
he actually finished this.
Oh, he's not able to. They get around behind him, and they just 3v1 him on the end of that. So, golden round in map number 2 of the tournament already.
Golden round it is. 1
versus Anubis Gaming. 1 round.
Let's see the golden round. Winner takes map 2. TeamMyth, Blacklist, Anubis.
Okay. Snare in position. That is a huge first kill onto Doom. Penguin tries to snipe through, but Snare and all of them are there for the defense.
TeamMyth was just not ready for that many men.
Yeah.
I think Doom, okay, the usual, right? But the other three,
And then
they're in trouble now.
Yeah,
They're trapped.
Swarm them. Oh, Alucard.
But as we say that, need some more time. Need some more time for Totson to come around. He's almost there towards the base.
There is a chance.
Totson.
This is heavily favoring Anubis.
Alucard.
Alucard
Free
has
kill.
no idea. There it is.
Booker alone.
They should know where he is, but that's going to be the one kill. He makes two.
What?
And he goes down. Totson able to take the golden round. And Anubis Gaming will force port.
Wow. I can't believe what we just saw. It was a 3v1 in split second, came down to 1v1.
And here we go. We're on port, which,
You already boosted up here.
yeah, couple of them.
Yeah, both players boosted up here. Okay.
Yeah. And this is a map where we have seen a lot of success, at least in the most recent season, on the global risk side.
Yeah, and both players boosted up here, plus the sniper on top of A top, which is saying Anubis, they went for the A site bet, but that betting might actually not work. TeamMyth getting that easy entrance into the B site with just a solo.
Let's see how quickly they want to go on the B rush. Definitely one of the more common strategies we see on port. It looks like TeamMyth are setting up for a nice, juicy B rush as we speak.
Ooh, and Totson drops towards the central street. Finds no one. There's something up. Snake comes in for the backup, but kills spray.
Nobody really had a clean spray there, but Horus pulls out the pistol. He's like, okay.
Guys, if you're not doing the action, I'll just take in my action here.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like this rifle anymore. Let me just switch to the pistol. Horus and Booker come together for 5 kills, and that is going to be a slick B rush from TeamMyth.
I was having the same feeling. We're having this many bullets sprayed and fired, but no kill feed yet? What's happening? It was because a lot of them were in the bait spot. I think a lot of bullets were just blocked in the middle. But still, that boost was not found. So Anubis Gaming, they can certainly try that at least a couple more times before it has been noticed by TeamMyth. But it was a big bet to go for first round. Yeah, TeamMyth, they do love to check A long because they have Alucard in their team. But that was not the case in the first round.
All right, much more of a spread from Anubis this time around. No boost spot there on the sideways angle. Let's see what TeamMyth want to do. This is certainly a map where I feel like there is a lot of strategy that goes into what you're going to do in terms of how many times are you just going to rush B? Like, I don't know. This is the way I feel about this one on Blacklist, at least. It's like, so how many times do you want to try your luck on the B rush?
Yeah, we've heard from many player interviews that the B site is the place where you actually just flash in and says, let's see what happens. And you just flash in and go for that B site. And even in knowing that the enemy is coming into that B site, I believe it was a lot of American players actually who said that it's really hard to defend at B site because of all the flashes and the smoke that's going to cut off all the backup attacks.
So you guys may have noticed one of the guys on the side of TeamMyth has unfortunately dropped for the moment, but Penguin took damage. So if they lose this round, it will still count. So they're going to wait, try to get them into the game as soon as possible. and then go for a very late push when they have to.
Because damage is already done, but the reconnection, I think they were trying to wait, but no time.
And that's just going to be the spray down. This time around, Anubis are there, and even a follow-up pistol headshot from the side of Beva. And Anubis are like, oh, there were only 4 of you.
Go in. In. Every single round, not every single round, most of the round finishing in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
That has been somewhat of the other regional fight that we have seen within the last 3, or at least the first half of 2022. Like really quick-paced games.
You can see Anubis extremely strong in their league here on, of course, Global Risk on Port.
Yeah, this is something else because on this map, sometimes the blacklist actually gets a lot more done.
I feel like that might... No, that's actually just the overall... Yeah, it's just their overall win rate on Port. So Anubis definitely liking this map so far. Beva trying to get the defense down. This is not a committed to push by TeamMyth. They will back away.
And Anubis still, except for that first round, no boosting on the A site. With that much focus, actually Snare right on top of the bridge, not looking from a top. Totson is staying at that position. Yeah, with this much information, yeah, and Flash knows that it's going to be a big B push, but a fake instead. They do have 2 members towards A.
That is definitely a fake, and you see that Anubis immediately responds, but we are going to have a clash here. Snare has a perfect angle, but immediately Booker will take him down before he does any more damage. Totson is up top, and he will be able to take down a couple. Snake from behind gets one. Booker, though, he is once again on point, and Alucard with full health. Nice little spray from Beva. He's done this before, but not this time, as TeamMyth Alucard will pick up the final kill with 7 health.
Yeah, 7 health, final bullet did him the job. That was almost a 1v2 save for Beva. Yeah. TeamMyth gotta be saying, whew, they came real close. This is usually what TeamMyth does in their opening on this map. But instead, it actually is Totson.
Yeah, they're gonna get punished, and now they're trying to rush once again. Snare's gonna pick off another kill with a pretty aggressive play. So Anubis looking to lock this one down.
Snare really benefiting from moving around the sniper. Usually you stay all the way back in on the B backstreet stairs. That's the sniper spot.
Okay, Booker, that's 1 out of 5, and that's all you're gonna get. So tied at 2 now are the rounds. Anubis have very clean defense this time.
As TeamMyth, first the shot call should have already been saying, okay, Snare's moving around all the place. We can't let that happen. Maybe we should chill near the base for the first minute and then reach out because he's going to come out towards us. But instead, this time, again, double boost. First it will be Doom, but even before that, Snake gets a headshot on the Penguin.
Yeah.
And then Totson doesn't see one. Right behind by Doom, took care of JWoww.
Yeah, that's some good support from his teammate. He's gonna spot the name there. Booker able to at least trade one back.
Now that boost has been spotted. To retreat back into a top. Snare back in the bird's nest. Sniper.
They're slowly making their way towards B here with the bomb. Booker also making a lot of noise and even picking up another kill here. Looking to join with his teammate for this push potentially.
A B box. You do put your best rifler in this position, especially if you're guarding alone. TeamMyth ready with that C4, but when is it going to be the timing? 55 seconds. Deva!
That's huge. A very aggressive play. He gets the 1-for-1, but Horus is just too clean. Picks up 2 headshots. And now with the bomb here, they should be able to easily plant this down. Doesn't look like they want to go for the plant just yet. They're waiting to try to take down Snare.
Snare is pretty quick in his position. Oh, misses that shot!
Oof.
Yeah, did not expect him to be on top of that box. It's the exact reason why you go on top. Because once you have the sniper down, to have that flick on top, it's unexpected. So your mouse just doesn't flick as well. To go that much vertical.
That's going to be a sniper battle won here by Snare to give them the lead here. By the way, Anubis Gaming, they lost only 2 rounds on Global Risk. We saw the win percentage earlier was almost 90% rather. But so far they've lost 3 in this one map here against TeamMyth. So TeamMyth must be doing something right to crack the defense that has been stellar from Anubis Gaming in the league.
I'm just amazed what Snare can actually do from the Global Risk on his own. And B entrance spotted, of course. But I think they were looking for Doom to be in that baiting spot.
Yeah, JWoww is just getting a bit frisky, you know, just trying to pop out by himself unexpectedly. Snake is going to spot Penguin here in mid, and JWoww, that sneaky play is not going to work out for him. So out down the middle, Thompson, all he has to do is spray through. Booker, he's been good, but he's not going to be good enough to pull off the 1v5. So that's going to put an end to that.
And Anubis actually need to grab everything if they want to keep their percentage up there. TeamMyth already 3 from Blacklist. Should be feeling pretty good. And here, these type of play from Glow Risk tells a lot about Anubis Gaming. Any other team would challenge into that B entrance, usually making it really hard for the Blacklist to get any control, any information into that B entrance until minute 40, minute 50.
It's a nice little poke out here from the side of TeamMyth. They come through that boost spot and they jump down. They're able to catch Totson off guard. So 1 kill, and now you can just try to rush into B when you have the manpower advantage.
Again, a big transition from TeamMyth. Deva alone.
He's able to get 1, but again, the manpower advantage, I think it's just a little bit too much. Horus with another headshot. And make that another kill on top of it. So Snare, he's got a lot on his plate, and it's been back and forth so far between these 2 teams. But TeamMyth is, I feel like they're getting a lot more rounds here on the Blacklist side than I would have expected.
Of course, B side, we mentioned that it's really hard to defend, but oftentimes Anubis Gaming, they only planted 1 rifle, and it has been every single time. When TeamMyth made it into B side, it has been Anubis Gaming with just 1 defending. So now, finally, they're putting pressure onto that B entrance, as we mentioned, which they were not doing the entire time. It gains a lot of time, and of course, plus 1 manpower for Anubis Gaming, 5v4.
Snare, he's looking for it. He's not going to land it, and JWoww headshots him from range with that 8K.
Yeah, this is TeamMyth specialty, I would say. Not just 2 rifle, having 1 rifle, and then Lucard drops down for that quick headshot with the sniper. That has been really one of their key plays on this map.
Beva has been consistent, and they waited long enough that there has been time to come around, but Horus is there to take out Snake on their retreat. TeamMyth, all of a sudden, they're getting a lot of momentum behind them.
Ooh, Beva's position is too quick.
Oh, man.
He just went through the smoke. I don't think he has spotted the members retreating back to the base into the P passage, but he was just not scared.
Yeah.
A guy without brakes.
He just had such a great read on when they were going to go. And he got there at a time where they were not expecting it. So, fantastic clutch play from Beva.
His CFEL headshot was 53. But today he was having, what was it, 70? I think even higher because of the kills that just happened.
It's something ridiculous. And there's still room for even more. TeamMyth, they're going to avoid most of that grenade damage.
Yeah, these type of days, sometimes you just have your day. Like, everything works out. Like, every time you shoot, there's an opponent. Like, even if you yawn and click by a mistake, there's an opponent.
Good info here, but can Anubis get there on the rotation is the question. Nice smokes this time around, but Snake is going to stop that first entry. Beva, though, he's not able to win this time as a big firefight. Now only Alucard is available. And he has the sniper. Snare has an AK.
Spotted, Doom, half shot.
Ooh, this is going to be rough for Alucard. He is just going to be rushed down. And that is going to be the half, which
really can be something else.
It's absolutely true. Let's see how it goes after the swap here and how the strategies will change. You'll notice nobody is on B defending for TeamMyth. We have 3 guys in mid. There's one guy, of course, Alucard, who's kind of in the middle there, checking to see if any rush will come in. But nobody on the B site until now.
Yep, as TeamMyth. Actually, Alucard went into the passage?
Yeah, he's in that position to stop that exact rotation. He's going to be able to get out alive, which is going to be pretty huge for them on the defense.
Yeah, you do go into passage, especially if you're a rifle, when you get that respawn. Quick into that center passage, but not a sniper usually. I think Alucard wants to show what Snare has done in the first half and show you're not the only one. I can do the same. And he does manage to get a sniper, a Snare.
All right, here comes the push on the B. Alucard is in the back, but he misses the shot. He's going to hit the second one, though, and a pistol shot. So he's already taken 3 kills. The rest of his team has done nothing as the push comes in. And Beva and Snake are here. They're going to get this bomb down. Quick comes Horus, but that's not quick enough. 6-4 now in favor of Anubis.
Yeah, I thought Alucard taking the second kill and a third. Okay, this is totally doable. And then the rest of the domino effect, basically. Boom, boom, boom. 3 of them go down at the same time.
Yeah, pretty rough for TeamMyth on the defense. I mean, Alucard got that initial snipe from the passage and then was able to defend 2. And still, they were not able to take the round. So it's got to be a blow to their confidence, I would say, more than anything else. Not to mention Anubis Gaming 2 rounds up now in a pretty comfortable spot.
And let's see. As Anubis Gaming, they're starting to stack up towards A. Maybe even challenge into A top. Still have plenty of time. Okay, finally rotating back their information members into B entrance. Getting ready for that. Overnade, Snake in position.
The B-Rush worked when they were down members. How's it going to work evenly? JWoww this time is pretty good on the defense. Booker also here. As as he will be wrapped around on it. Both of them are going to be taken down. Only Penguin is going to be able to take it. Horus gets a headshot, though, makes it 2v2.
Certainly doable with no C4 planted yet. Horus comes in, saves the day for the team. And they needed that spray. Finally, TeamMyth getting one back. As this is the third map where a lot did expect TeamMyth to win.
Yes, I was the only believer
Except
in Anubis
for
Gaming.
Valdez.
I am currently in the lead. But we'll see how it ends here. Anubis, of course, on blacklist. They have been good overall on this map. And let's see how it works. They got a push from side into A, it looks like.
Lucard in perfect position, but did not get to peek out.
Oh, gets one, but immediately gets rushed down by Beva. I think this is going to work. They push in. Totson able to take down two underneath, and now the A site is theirs.
Completely controlled. Booker JWoww, the two riflers who has been performing pretty well, are still alive. And gaining control, JWoww, his rotation is quick enough, and no C4 yet. So as long as they have a long control.
Okay. That is a huge pickoff
And
for the
plenty of
chances
time
of
still.
TeamMyth.
And a rotation towards the bridge. Loving this play from TeamMyth.
They have a lot of work to do, though, and Totson picks up his third kill. Not able to get JWoww, who picks up two. And he's going to be shot down. Snare with an offside angle there with the sniper. Able to get the quick kill.
Wow. It came close. Real close, actually. Snare and Lucard showing up at critical moments. And again, really liking the sideway control from Anubis, not just from the first half with double boosting. Yeah, even in the second half, making sure at least one is in control of that sideway. So Snake just got cut off from the central passage, sprayed through the gate there.
Oh, man. Snare and Beva put their heads together, and all of a sudden the B site is wide open.
How did this happen all of a sudden?
They just took it from them. They're like, no, this is our site. Thank you very much.
Okay, Snare, yep.
It's got a great angle. Snare will be taken down, though. Horus shot down by Beva through the smoke. And Alucard is alone now. This is a really important round, I would say. TeamMyth want to keep it close, but it's not looking good.
Close, but both in the basically 180 bait spot. 25 seconds. They don't even have to come out. Beva,
Yeah.
I would say he's super aggressive.
I probably
Doesn't like
wouldn't
to
peek.
wait.
Beva just looking for it. He is going to get the headshot there. Alucard trying to rush in with the pistol with not much time left. 8-5. This is one of the most one-sided we've had so far between these two teams. Anubis looking good.
And finally, a big lead from Anubis Gaming for the first time instead of TeamMyth. They give you, but a whole lot of pressure from TeamMyth, even boosted up.
They're angry.
From BL base, Lucard ready, coming into the passage from Central.
Beva's here, though. He's able to pick up one, takes down Penguin. Now he's running in onto Alucard, gets another headshot. This guy, he's kind of insane.
Sprays into B site. There's no one, but the rest of the squad actually picked off by Booker and Horus.
Yeah, Beva doesn't have any health anymore. Could only do so much. So 8-6, TeamMyth keeping it relatively close.
Yeah, back to back to back to back. One in each, 3 in a row. I mean, TeamMyth, they do have to catch up at least 2 in a row in the middle to make it 9-9.
Beva spotted. JWoww's had enough of his nonsense. Just trying to put an end to that, but Beva not going to challenge him.
Checks for anyone from the passage. So here's the thing, the reason why Beva is doing so much better than everyone else on the team is because he goes in a step faster. So from the defender's point of view, you don't expect that person to be there at the time. I think that's the moment you strike, go for that headshot. Meaning that his decision making is just slightly faster than everyone else right now.
Yeah, and you can only really do that if you're really confident in your shots, and his headshot rate has been insane, as we have been seeing. Anubis looking to 4v5 here.
A big moment.
Another big push onto B. That flash kind of hit Doom, but they are making their way in. 3 guys on the defense here for TeamMyth. Should be good, but Snake takes down 1. Snake gets another. And all of a sudden, there's a chance for them.
Yeah, 3-3. Big rotation has to... TeamMyth, they have to wait for the 2 members to come into the B. But still no C4 down. Just planting, I believe. Or still not yet. It's in the site.
Yeah, they could probably plant it now. Getting a read on if the rush was coming in. Snare, I don't know about that one, buddy. Good try, but not good enough. Snake has been big, and Snake gets 2, and Beva is going to get the final one, 9-6. 1 away from taking the match.
Yeah, I believe that was 4 kills by Snake.
Yep.
On that round.
He's coming up big when they need him. 8-4 now is his KD, but Beva also has been stellar. Only dying 3 times after the swap. That is just really hard to contest, as Anubis Gaming, they have a huge lead in terms of rounds. They have all the time in the world on this one, so they're just going to take their time.
Yeah, why not? Yep, they can chill until a minute left. And they can have multiple tries when TeamMyth, they just have 1. And because this tournament in the group stage, you only get not too many matches. Yeah, this puts Valdez in #1.
I'm gonna take the lead in the predictions. That's truly what is important here. Of course, joking, but let's see if Anubis can pull this off. This would be for the match win.
The B site. It is. JWoww takes it first. The Booker continues, but Beva triple kill. How did that happen?
The guy is just insane. I think that's all we have to say. 13-3. Looking for his 4th. And there is going to be the 4th. Gets the headshot. He does go down, but he gets a little bit of help from his friend. Snare picks up the last kill. And that's Anubis Gaming with set 3 win and the match win up against their Egyptian rivals. And that will put them at 1-0 in the group.
Just wow.
Really crazy stuff. He was absolutely the MVP. He was the MVP for the 2nd map as well, and allowed his team to take 2 sets in a row to win the match.
This is crazy. The first match, we knew that this was going to be incredibly exciting. We see a golden round already, and Anubis Gaming defeating TeamMyth. There's hundreds of more reasons to watch this entire tournament from beginning to end.
Yeah, and TeamMyth, of course, playing later today, which is
against Penta?
Yes, against Penta, of course. But that's not coming up next. Our next match is going to be, of course, Penta Sports up against Lazarus, so make sure you guys are tuning into that one. We're going to get a close look at a couple of the other teams that are in this group.
Yep, the 2, of course, we talked about the 2 Egyptian teams, but now time to talk about the other 2's in waiting, looking for that action.
Yeah, and we are going to go to that match, of course, after a quick break. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back.